Yeah, I don't do that, dude. I don't know, I just don't feel like beating the poor shopkeepers that I visit. Usually. So many Pokemon references. It's just that I forgot how to pronounce chameleon in English, and then I remember the song Karma Chameleon from Boy George, and I remember the pronunciation. It's a good song. Probably doesn't make too much sense, but you know, a lot of songs don't make sense, so not like I'm gonna you know, I'm gonna make Boy George, you know, make sense now. I mean, isn't he dead too? Probably should let him rest in peace. Tenshi attitude towards Shion. You know, the thing is that Tenshi is a pretty secondary character. I mean, here's the thing. Not only she's not important for the story in general, but she also was a boss in a spin-off game. So she really can't change, and it's not really that important. Well, I mean, Tenshi fans will care, but you know, if you're already a Tenshi fan, you have bigger problems. I mean, you know, not many people are Tenshi fans, right? What I'm trying to say. He could come back in minigames. In minigames? What minigame? I don't know what minigames you're talking about. You mean the spin-off games? Oh yeah, you said main games, my bad. Yeah, I mean, she could come back, but why would she? As I say before, she's irrelevant to the story. I mean, in the sense that she wouldn't really add much unless the next game takes place in heaven. If the next game takes place in heaven, then yeah, she will make sense, but I don't think Sun gives a shit about heaven. Well, maybe that's gonna change. You know, something interesting is that Sun, well, just like any other artist, bases himself in, you know, the experiences that he has, right? So imagine if he now plays the Shin Megami Tensei that is about to come out, like I don't know what game was it, but apparently there is a new Shin Megami Tensei that is gonna come out. Maybe he's gonna play that game and be like, wow, you know, making fight against angels and gods sounds cool, let me do that. So, you know, if he does that, you will probably see Tenshi making a comeback. If that's not the case, then Tenshi has basically no business making a comeback. Right? Yeah, you get my point then. Yuyuko came back because of the theme of the game. So that's why I say that if there is a theme about heaven, she can come back too. But you know, as I said, unless he plays Shin Megami Tensei, I don't think he cares that much about heaven. I mean, after all, even in the game that Tenshi appears in, heaven was barely even explain. The only thing that we know about Heaven from the game 10 she appeared in is that there is a level of Heaven called Baba Agra, which is something that you probably will know if you were Buddhist or whatever. Ouch. You... Man, this asshole is damaging me so much. I really can't believe it. Like, who you think you are? And I really would like to put you down right now, but I wanna do the pacifist run, so you're lucky. Choose this once. Yomu being in Toho 17. Yeah, but the thing about Yomu is that she's sadly an important character. And I say that because she's supposed to be the representative of Yuyuko. And Yuyuko is supposed to be an important character because she's related to Yukari, which is an important character too. Well, that and the fact that they represent the netherworld. Well, you know, I don't like Yomu anyways. I think she's a pretty... I mean, other than the swords, I think she's a pretty bland character. But, you know. She won the poll for being the most popular character. So I'm definitely in the minority. You know, it's the way it is. I definitely want the micro missiles. As much as I would like healing there, I think I'm gonna take the micro missiles. Oops, she died. Have you seen SNK? Huh. When you say SNK, you mean Shingeki no Kyojin. No, I haven't watched it, and I honestly don't think I will watch it. Mostly because I don't remember anything from the story at all. So if I were to watch it, I wouldn't remember anything, and I will just not understand anything. So if I were to watch it, I will need to rewatch all of the previous seasons, and that's something that I'm not willing to do. I need to spend too much time for that, so yeah, no thanks. The difference between character dialogues are very few. Also, Yomu is representative of the netherworld because Afterlife and Hell, Yomu got only popular because of one artist, not because of any story element. No, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that Touhou popularity polls are basically, you know, something that is clearly influenced by fan works. But, you know, it's the way it is. I mean, nothing can be done about it. By the way, Mr. Kolo, how many episodes of Shingeki no Kyojin are apparently gonna come out for this season? Because maybe if they are a few, maybe I can watch it, even if I don't understand shit, you know, just to pass the time. but I like the sound that those waves make. What I don't like is this guy. This revolver-loving bitch. Don't you grab that revolver and shove it up your ass. I mean, after I'm done with you, trust me, there will be more than enough space there. So yeah, you can start right now. I'm even letting you live so you can do it. Reminds me of how Bea from Pokemon looks like a crossover between Yomu and... I don't know about that. I think it sits and sits. What you mean it sits and sits? Don't you mean 12? Not sure. I think it ended when they turned Armin into a Titan. No, I think it ended by them going... I mean, spoiler alert, I guess, for people that didn't, you know, watch it, but I think it ends when they go outside of the walls and they reach the city, whatever the city is called. I mean, the other city, right? It is going to be divided into parts as always. I see. You're right. Forget about that, it doesn't start there. What? It doesn't start there? And what's the point? Man. It's even worse because that's something that I actually remember. That it ended like that. So they are like, nah, you know what? Fuck you. It's not gonna start from there. Good shit. It does have a point. Yeah. You know, see, here's the thing. From a storytelling perspective, it probably has all the, you know, all the logic in the world. The problem is, from my perspective, I just can't bother to watch it, dude. Like, I already don't remember shit about the story. I don't even remember the characters. I don't even remember the motivation of the characters or even the current objective. So, the thing is, I don't know, dude. It's pretty hard for me to care when I choose... I'm so disconnected with the story. I tell you it has a point because... Oh, you tell me... Yeah. Again, from a storytelling perspective, yeah, it surely has a point. But again... As a... consumer, I honestly don't care too much. Because as I said, I barely even remember anything. So if they are gonna start from another place that it's not where they ended, I don't know, dude. So yeah, I think, you know, if I eventually watch it, I will watch it when, you know, they are done with it, and after I rewatch it all of the previous episodes, cause otherwise I just don't care. I mean, that's what happened in the previous season. I couldn't care too much about the previous season because of that. It's not very difficult. Our Minister Smart. Yeah, but I mean, it's not as simple as that, especially in uh, in a story where everything has so many connections with different things, you know. The point that I'm trying to make is that I just don't, like, if I don't rewatch everything else, I just don't feel like watching it. Because I tell you that that's what happened last time. Last time I basically was like, oh yeah, let me watch the new season, and I didn't remember anything from the previous one. So obviously I was watching it for like the spectacular scenes, like the action scenes that were all pretty cool and everything. But it was basically pretty hard for me to care about the story itself, because it's been so long since I seen the previous part that I'm like, I don't really remember. So yeah, I will probably need to rewatch everything, and I'm not really a fan of rewatching stuff, so I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Probably a day that I don't have anything better to do. Maybe. We can probably rewatch it on Discord. Nah. If I rewatch it, I will need to watch it by myself. Because, you know, I like watching at my own pace. But you know, thanks for the offer. I mean, it definitely will be more fun to watch it with someone else, but if I want to understand the story and shit, it probably wouldn't be the best idea. Especially when there is something that I don't get and I will need to go back, right? I don't think that will be too good. But it's alright. I think I'm gonna go this path. But I think that's why, like, I understand why a lot of people, when it comes to, you know, animes or mangas like that, they wait until it's all over before they start watching / reading it. Because that's the perfect example with Shingeki no Kyojin. It's been so long since the, you know, in between the different, you know, chapters and shit, that at some point you just forget, and it's natural. It's not like that you can do much about it. Unless you are a big fanboy. Like, for example, me with Toho, right? Like, if Soon were to release a game that actually continues from the previous games, I probably wouldn't have a problem catching up, but you know, that's because I'm a fanboy. But I'm not a Shingeki no Kyojin fanboy, so, you know, that's the problem. It's always better to watch it all at once. I think it was you who made me watch it, so damn you. But you know, the thing about Shingeki no Kyojin is that back when it released, it was something that, I mean, maybe it wasn't the most original story in the world, but back then it definitely felt like a pretty big breath of fresh air. Well, honestly, it feels like that even nowadays, especially when you consider that, you know, most anime has literally the same, you know, the same idea, which is, you know, a young guy that all of the girls in the town want to fuck him to death, right? I mean, the plot can change in the sense that, you know, it can be about fighting monsters, it can be about going to a different world, you know, the famous isekai animes. You know, that can change, but it's always the same flavor, the same self-insert wish fulfillment bullshit that I just don't care, dude. About. Like, if I watch an anime or any series, it doesn't have to be an anime, because I want to be, you know, captivated by the story. If I want to self-insert in an erotic scenario, if I wanted to do that, I will watch porn or anything else. I wouldn't go to an anime for that. High schools, well, yeah, also that, you know. I know that I'm probably being an anime bigot, and there's a lot of animes that release that are not like that. I understand that, but when I see the general, like, you know, the general view, right? It is like that. And obviously the same reuse sexual jokes that the Japanese like so much. It's always the same shit. So, you know, when you see something like Shingeki no Kyojin, you are like, damn, this shit is cool. But sadly, those things are not so common. Nowadays, at least. I mean, at some point, battle shonens like Shingeki no Kyojin were pretty common, because they were at their peak, right? Back in the, you know, in the era of Dragon Ball. Which I'm pretty sure is when shonen animes were at their... I mean, battle shonen animes were at their peak. But yeah, that time is long gone now, unfortunately. And I'm getting absolutely fucked. You're damaging so much right now. Damn it, you have to be shitting me. It's okay. I think I should be able to get an achievement right here if I were to beat this boss, because I'm pretty sure this boss, I have never defeated her on level 4. So I should get one, or at least I hope I do, because I think it's the last one that I haven't defeated. Am I? No? No, I didn't get an achievement, but I was sure that this was the last boss that I hadn't defeated. Maybe it's another one that I haven't defeated on level 4. It's alright, it's gonna eventually come. Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Never know. When you watch something like SNK, you go like, damn, they really know how to do this, it's just that they don't care about this. No, but there is also another problem that you're not taking into account. Battle animes are incredibly expensive to make, or at least to make properly. Because the battle scenes require a lot of animation. So I understand why they don't get made that much anymore. They are just really expensive, and studios probably just want to profit the most that they can. And you know, spending so much in animation will probably be not a good idea for them. But yeah. And I mean, they realize that they can get away with their shitty ass moe anime of the season and still get a lot of revenue from it, so it's like, why bother, right? You gotta think about it, right? Why would they? Like, for example, if I could get away, like, imagine if I was a freelance developer, right? Like, I'm a programmer, but imagine if I was freelance and I didn't work for a company. Now, imagine that a lot of people really wanted to buy my program, right? And imagine now that my program is absolute garbage, right? But it's useful for a lot of people, so they keep buying it and I keep getting paid for it. Why would I make the program better, or why would I make another program that it's better? If I know that I can just get away with making some shitty ass program and still get paid. I mean, from a financial standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. Obviously, from a moral standpoint, it probably makes sense, but you know, it's like, I think people lately have forgotten about morals like that. Or, well, it's not like they have forgotten, but they should stop caring. So, you know, when you have that, I mean, it's the way it is. But you know, it also makes sense when you consider that the animation industry in Japan is apparently very stressful to work with, so they trying to cut costs all they can. You know, might not even be that bad. I cannot buy this. Huh. This spell is called PK Fire. It is a reference to Mother, the NES. Well, I don't know if it was in NES, and also I think in SNES. Might be wrong there, but I think it was in both. And the protagonist has an attack called PK Fire. So here it's called PK as a whole word. Well, obviously for copyright reasons, but yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, it was in GBA 2. Oh, I see. It was mobile. If you tell specifically about that, will be a tricky one. That will be your ego of proving yourself better against your laziness. I think laziness will win though. In my case, laziness will definitely win. Like, no question about it. Of course it will. But when you're an actual company that, you know, has so much, like, handles so much money, you want to maximize the profits as much as you can. So obviously, when it comes to the artistic value, it becomes non-existent, because why would you care about that when, you know, there are so many millions in play, right? It's just not worth it. But you know, it's the way it is. Thing is that if it works, it works. Game she ate the whole attack and now she's poisoned. That's gonna bite her in the ass a lot. Yeah, that in fact is gonna kill her. She got killed by poison. As a Pokemon fan, I can confirm. Man, poor Pokemon fans. Always get fucked in the ass by Game Freak and Nintendo. Because, you know, even if Game Freak is at fault, Nintendo is not innocent either. I mean, Nintendo is never innocent. That's the important thing to know. I'm gonna go up here. I think this guy is also gonna get fucked by the poison. Yep, he got fucked by the poison. Alright, I think I'm fine with that. I wonder how a poison bill in this game looks like. In the sense of how useful it will be. I really don't know how useful it will be. Then am I gonna really lose that health? Or is it gonna remain there? No, it disappeared and there was literally nothing I could do. Because the tile was broken. And that sucks so much. What an asshole. It's okay. I definitely should attack this one. Okay, at least I've been able to kill the main enemy. Now I have to kill everyone else. Timmy, you dodging bitch. There we go. And you thought you wouldn't like the game? I mean, I thought I wouldn't like the game because you made it sound like I needed a lot of luck to win. That's not really true, you know? Anyways, how is it going, Kael? That's the reason why I thought I wouldn't like the game. I remember you mentioning that I will need to get... Like, if I don't get lucky and I don't get a good weapon, the game will be really hard. That's not really the case. Even the spells that you get, it's not like if you get unlucky, you won't be able to do a run. Obviously, luck is part of the game. I'm not denying that, but pretty clear that it's not that important. Oh, ambush. Let me get this one. And I think that's it. I think that's it. No. Go away, shopkeeper. And this boss here. This might be bad. You don't want this boss as one of the late stage bosses. You really don't want that. Because this guy... Damn. Always call him a guy. This girl is an asshole. I just can't... Like, when I see that sprite, she looks like a he. But she's actually a girl. I mean, it's pretty clear that she's a girl when you look at her portrait. But, you know, you cannot see her portrait here. Jesus. Well, regardless, this boss is pretty fucked up. That's why you need to know about it. Wow, I got cornered there. least he got poisoned. But damn. I'm really gonna go down to the wire. There you go. Impossible! Yeah, what's impossible is that you didn't die earlier. I'm just kidding. You're an annoying asshole that you usually don't die. At least not when you should. Cancel Bigot Gabi. Don't assume their gender. I mean, you might say that by looking at the sprite, right? But when you go at the stage selection screen and you see her portrait and you see those huge balloons that she has, I mean, you know, it's pretty easy to know that she's not a boy. But obviously those huge balloons are not that noticeable in the game. Wow, this spell is pretty good, but it breaks the floor. Man, I'm so tempted to get this, but it breaks the floor. I don't think this is gonna be a good idea, honestly. I rather use this one, for example. He could have those balloons and yet feel as a man. Well, you know what they say? Those hips don't lie. So you know. They definitely don't. Though you also cannot see the hips in the sprite. Like the sprite, it's actually pretty different from the actual portrait. The portrait makes her look like very, you know, well endowed, or whatever you pronounce that word. Like with some nice proportions. But the sprite, you know. 400. Well, someone is gonna get fucked really badly. 10% chance to launch a 40 damage missile when... Okay, I like this one. And healing at last. Thanks for all that shit. Alright. That almost one-shotted the enemy that had like 500 health. Good shit. These are all unmovable enemies, by the way. Pretty funny. Okay. No, I don't want to lose Matt's HP. Fuck you. I will take this one though. Minefield? I guess Minefield is gonna be useful against the final boss, maybe. Okay, so the thing here is that I'm not full health, but that's not a problem. The problem is that... Who was Hazel? Oh, it was this one. This fight can be either very easy or very hard, depending on how she summons the turrets. So it all depends on that. Damn, I have her locked down. She can't do shit. Okay, now she can move. But I had her locked down and she couldn't do much there. That was pretty interesting. In fact, she's almost about to die and the battle just started. That's pretty cool. Get on. Yeah, I don't know what you expected either. Okay, so this is gonna be the final boss, the Pacifist final boss. I have every resource that I want, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But this can still go wrong pretty quickly because this boss, you know, it's challenging. It's not what I would call hard, like, you know, masochistically hard. But you know, it's hard enough to not be guaranteed to be a win, no matter how you play. Well, I guess unless you are a pro, but I'm not a pro, you know. Oh, that's bad. Ah, she does that. I'm getting hit so much. But you know, let's not forget that I have 2 revives. So I can still make it. Even if she deals a lot of damage suddenly, I have 2 second chances. So this should work. You know, I don't want to be overconfident. There is a Twitch copy pasta that says overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I don't want to die slow. I also don't want to die fast, but you know, point is, let's not be overconfident. Ouch. Okay, after this, one more chance. So I'm still fine. Still fine. She's almost about to die, so I don't think this is gonna be a problem. There you go. So there... Okay. Now she does this, but there is an achievement that I don't have that I want to get, that is killing this boss. Up until now, I always have spared her, so I want to kill her to get that achievement. I mean, why should I forgive you? Fuck you. Boom. And I got the achievement there. Oh, I wonder how the cutscene is gonna be. Wait, now I stomp her to the ground? That will be pretty cool. Oops. Jeez. It was too violent to even show on camera. And everyone lived happily ever after. Except for Terrible. But who gives a shit about her? She was asking for it. I mean, why do you attack me when I'm such a kind person? I mean, sure, I might not be kind enough to spare you, but I've been kind enough to spare everyone else. So, you know, she could have those... Wait, no, I don't know why I thought that that was a new message. And that's a different... Interestingly enough, that's a different image. And the difference is that there is one chair that is empty, and that I feel that that's the chair that Terrible should be in. Well, I mean, what can I say? Get fucked. I mean, the game wanted me to get that achievement, so it's the way things are. Anyways, skip the credits. And what did I unlock, by the way? I'm curious to see that. I'm more curious to see what the next level of the Hell Pass is like. Made it to Eden. Oh, I only unlocked 2 spells. Gain 120 shield and backfire. I don't know what backfire is. Stasis, 999 shield until unfrozen. Alright. Well, she's on that one.